Hello, hi, and from the depths of the background, there emerged a totally new perspective on football and motor car racing. Because yeah, yesterday afternoon I made Lafa. This afternoon also it's Lafa with with chopped onions and tomatoes. There's the dough. Thought I'd make it, but then it's too early for lunch in Toronto. So this comes out of circles like rotis, tortillas, etc. There's hummus. So and I have to show you this. Fried green tomatoes may also be accompanying these. No, well, so, the southern touch. So these are tomatoes grown in my husband's friend's home, and the my husband said chuck them, but I'm keeping them. All right, I thought I would eat one with salt, and then I made this, and yada yada yada. There's a beautiful Lafa. So the trick to Lafa is on the internet. Making Lafa is on the internet. You need yeast, okay, and you get really good if The trick is secret. Look up the internet. So that's what I'm. So circles. All right. So let's say, uh, you know. Um, consider a football field and the Montreal Grand Prix. The Montreal Grand Prix is done on a circular motor car racing track, and I have to mention because I looked up the Acura, right? Acura LA Grand Prix, Acura LA Grand Prix, and but it is actually raced on streets, etc. The beach, streets, etc. So Scott Dixon won that, and the Montreal Grand Prix was won by Max D. I had gotten this name completely. Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. All right, so he won the Montreal Grand Prix for 2025. It can be happening now, you know, because I'm thinking, is it this year? Is it coming up? Is it coming up? No, probably not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Not in Montreal, but on the West Coast, it could happen. So okay, so for a football field, so ODEs. And ODEs make them nervous. The solutions to ODEs, e to the power minus lambda x, the eigenvalues of the characteristic, they make all these exponential factors make the players nervous, make the motor car racers nervous. Okay, so the ODE is considering the circular racetrack, 2 pi. So I've just taken 2 pi here. I've brought it out here. So d square r by d theta square, dr by d theta, plus it would have been 2 pi r. So, so r. So going around, and then angular velocity, angular acceleration, and the distance covered. So similarly in on the football field, it's d square y by dx square, flux, change in flux, plus the perimeter. It should actually be the length of the football field, and then how is it related to the minus the x direction? So length of the football field, yeah, you can't quite take circumference perimeter. You get errors because circumference on there gives me the right value, but here perimeter would give me and you the wrong value. And that's how I found by taking it. All right, so uh, a 97-yard touchdown run. Would you know, Detroit Lions have never won, not since I've been watching football, and Barry Sanders is one of the foremost to have second, I think, second, no, football, indie, I'm going to indie football. Mm. Our player 50-yard touchdown runs. Barry Sanders, he has 15. Adrian Peterson is the first with 16. Barry Sanders, I'm positive played for that Detroit Lions, but I never checked this fact out. So it's always pays to check facts out. All right. And I'm figuring, I'm remembering the light blue uniform with the lion helmet, lion on the lion on the helmet, making a run. But 97-yard touchdowns, 99-yard touchdowns, which means that it was an interception. Or but the quarterback. Sorry, it's funny, right? The quarterback throw is what happened to to Team Canada in the World Cup soccer tournament. But he was our Antonio Davies was what Davis wasn't it Davis or Davies, I think Davies was it for Canada. He did good. He did good. All right, so so the this would be the change in flux plus not perimeter plus the distance y distance is equal to minus x. So x is 53.3 yards. Y of course is 120, but the touchdown zone, I think, on both sides is 20 because you say 100 yards, right? So taking that, so flux would be, I thought, running straight, running, all right, running straight, he's going to go 3 yards this way. So that's in the y direction, 3 yards. So so quantitative solution, all right, because the actual solution makes players nervous. It's actually e to the power plus or minus lambda x or something like that. The actual solution of this ODE, which would not do in football. What is e to the power minus lambda x, right? I mean, yeah, but in engineering, it's all good. It's all good. All right, but even in engineering, it would be nice to have quantitative solutions so we actually get numbers. You see, so 97-yard, so let's say an 80-yard touchdown. So 80 divided by 3, so that's dy by dx, and d by dx of dy by dx, d square y by dx square. I say 1 yard only. From the dy by dx. Maybe he goes out of bounds. Maybe, yeah, he goes out of bounds. Play stops, but then it wouldn't be a 180-yard touchdown, right? So maybe so that wouldn't be right. So he just goes 1 yard to the other side and then runs completely to the end zone. So 1 yard. So that's all. So that's minus 80 by 3, which is what is it? 53 by 3. Is it? I think 80 by 3. 3 ones are 33, 6, so 16 yards. Oh, why did I get 80 yards? 16 yards. So 16 minus 16. So this is plus y plus 100. 100 minus 32. On this side is minus 53.3. 100 minus 32 is 68. 68 plus 53.3. You need a constant here. This actually had come out to be 97 yards. So coverage run is 97. How did this turn out to be 3? Yes, 80 by 3. Did Excel make a mistake? MS Excel? Or did I type something which was not? Give me a moment here. Or we will just, this is an easy number. Why do I need Excel? If Excel, maybe I typed something. So, which means 100 and, so minus 16, minus 16, minus 32. So 68. So plus 68. So on this side, it's minus 53.3. So 68 plus, so this comes out to, so this is not Eve, so this is minus, yeah, this because yardage, right? It's minus. X you're losing yardage. So it's minus. So minus, so another constant. What did I figure out the other constant was? The other constant is minus 53.3 again. The constant. And then how did I figure out the constant? The constant. Okay, I'll have to go to Excel. Let's see. For any constant. The G 26.6. 26.6, which is 53.33 divided by 2. Hmm. 26. But constants don't need to be defined because they just come there. So 26.6. So in the other direction, so the not good. So that evens out though because you're making the run. So you go this way. No, I'm kidding. I'm going back to the same joke. Not good. Not good. It makes you nervous if you're players, right? Going in the wrong direction, throwing interceptions. Sure, it does. It does. So no more. All right. Hmm. So this has to be plus, I think. This is not minus. Now that would be yardage though. So minus or so 100 minus so 66 yards. So would it be possible that he actually covered 66 yards out of 80 yards? And this is some quarterback number which I'm getting. I like quarterbacks. Wide receivers, rushers. OJ Simpson, oh my God, I shed a tear for a few tears actually, mentally, because, he's such a sad thing. He's one of the leading rushers there, touchdown scorers. I think he had won the Heisman Trophy, which is 1,000 yards in one season or something like that. During his college football years, Heisman Trophy. So it evened out. So the other opposite direction, but minus plus somehow. I need to sort of figure this out. But it would be minus 53.3, right? It would be equal to 53.3. So it evened out. So the constant is 26.6. So this was 66. So 53 plus a bit of overlap, 10 yards. So that's that's a bit of an overlap. That's not good. But you approximate matches are allowed in mathematics, engineering mathematics, because to match exactly, this is actual. These are actual statistics, and mathematics matches. It matched, but there's some maybe he sidesteps. Maybe he came back. He this way because people are following him, right? And he's running. The wide receiver is running, and then they're following him. So he came back this way, and then this way, and then just went straight ahead, made a run. All these sprinters. Andre DeGrasse would have made a wonderful wide receiver. Coming to Andre DeGrasse, I had made a slightly different calculation, and a car speed for here for car speed was 8.35 meter per second, which was close to Andre DeGrasse. Andre per second, though. Andre DeGrasse, I don't think per second for 100 meters in his less than 9 seconds, right? His last time was, look it up, or I'll finish this, and then because it's the heat, we don't want him getting too much heat on his running speed, sprinting speed, because he needs to run again in the next Olympics. So if you're doing an exercise on your own, all right, or look at my Facebook web page, endeavor of Andre de Grasse. I've done the the acceleration, the velocity, the distance, 100-meter dash, and the constant it comes down to. So the extra burst of speed is always important. That's what I want. Even here, the d square y by dx square, the acceleration, towards the end zone, that's kind of crucial. So he's not running this way. The last 16 meters, he is running, making his own thing there. I mean, making his own play there and running all that 16 meters of distance. That's crucial. So that's crucial in the whole calculation. All right. And even here, looking at the motor car speed, Max Verstappen. I'll never forgive myself. Max Verstappen, correct. Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. This was the thing, and so 1/2 pi is 0.16. 0.16. So d square r by d, and it's interesting, in a circle, the time and the degrees is relatable, because in a circle you do a 360-degree revolution, and it is relatable to the theta. One of the factors considered, one of the parameters considered in the calculations of a circle. So d square r by d theta square, I'm actually covering d square r by dt square. Neat, isn't it? This does not apply. Flux, change in flux on a football field. But then it all comes into comes into play there. All right, because in ODEs, you do not take units. You just take the numbers. So Scott Dixon, that was done. Max Verstappen. So this was the time. Was his winning time. 1 hour 45. So 70 laps. 70 laps. Each lap is 4.361 kilometer, or 4361 meters. And I considered for the angular acceleration my own acceleration in the Volkswagen Passat, 2 speeding pig tickets. So from 120, was I going at 120? I was following the speed limit. Absolutely, because on my swear on my mother's grave at this time, mother's ashes. I was doing the speed limit, and then I just went, stressed out. I needed to reach and that sort of thing. My son was, asking me to take a break, and so we could eat something, and then so we just I just went to 153. So 120 to 153, that's the angular acceleration. Obviously, Max Verstappen, in his state of the art motor car racing equipment, has done more. All right. So has done more. All right. So each lap is, and the total lap speed is total lap. So it's 70 multiplied by 4,367.61 meters. So this was a 0.585 is the angular velocity. That's just the time, the distance divided by the time. So this is the distance, 4,361 per lap. So per lap, and so the 9.16 meter per second is the angular acceleration, and you get 36.67 minutes, which is 0.16 radians in minutes. 1 degree around the circle, 1 degree the clock goes. That all is explained on the internet as well. And so this is so in seconds, and the difference between this total and 0.16 is 0.072 degrees, which is equal to, this is which is equal to 12.11 meter per degree. So oh my god, so which means that Max Verstappen, so angular acceleration was much higher. But then it is to be expected. It was all summer, beautiful driving conditions, as on the west coast all the time, and so he went at 12.11 plus 9.16 meter per second. Vroom, just went by. What was the gas pedal doing? Just hitting maximum. Do watch Bruce Springsteen's movie, but they never tried that. All right, that was scary. Don't listen. Don't get so into the music. Don't get so into the radio and that sort of thing. What's coming on the radio? Sort of, I used to play music all the time when driving, but I wouldn't listen intently. Yeah, as with my husband. My husband knows all the lines and all the lyrics by heart. Lots of engineering school. Okay, so yeah, no, no, but less courses than me. I worked my ass off. All right, during my graduate school, undergraduate school, yeah. So shopaholic. So here is my blouse. That's the shopaholic here. All these circular lights flashing. So circles. And so it looks like a head of car racing track, headlights flashing, but just one, two would be even better. As a sexaholic, circular bed is not practical. Typically elliptical beds may be preferred. Perhaps based on the above, elliptical race tracks, which is if you make a left turn at an intersection, you go this way, a 45-degree angle. So based on the above, so because an ellipse has only 30 degrees and 60-degree angles. 45 degrees is a circle. Elliptical racetracks may not be the very thing. In CNE, there's a car carousel. You sit in a car and you go around a carousel, and that's an elliptical one. Interesting, isn't it? So, but that kind of does not, you're not actually turning the car. So the band's operating the car carousel. All right. So lastly, an interesting, for only 4 or 5 lines of a song, I'm setting it to a slow piano song by Christophe Dejean. What is there to become now? I'm so pursue. I think there's something like this. I'm saying, my husband, you could do with this. I design. I design. I design. I built the tables on you. For more, my husband. I built the tables on you. For more, my husband. Give a big hand of applause for pianist. And The winning line of the page you from a small graphic 97.12. She said, you turn the tables and look to the back. Interview. All right. Thank you. Signing off.